Welcome to Let's Retro That. I'm Gilles, and today I'm going to make a lathe drive plate. That is a plate that is used on your lathe to turn between centers. So, let's go. Pass number one. Placing that piece took 3 passes. This is the current time. Just finished boring this plate here, and this is my final inner diameter or inside diameter, and the targets are in between 1.765 and 1.740, so that's good. Now I'm gonna make sure I chamfer the hole and get set up for threading. If you're going to make a face plate or a driver plate for your lathe, you should probably make one of these. When you thread the internal threads, you can simply use this and not have to worry about internal measurements, which are really not all that much fun to do. Okay, looks good. Okay, just finished the threading. Let's take that plug and see what happens. Now, of course, after I finished threading, I ran a wire brush through here, right? So that's important to do. And here you go. So that's the value of having one of those plugs. Really helps you get the fit that you want. Okay. Now that the plate is all turned, you know, faced, and the threads are made. What I want to do now is reface this. I still have a little bit of room because the finish is not that great. That's going to be the front. Then I'm going to return this so that it's all nice and even. And then I'm going to flip it again because I'm thinking this is a little too heavy and it doesn't need to be. Now that I've got the surfaces all cleaned up nicely, what I intend to do is carve out the interior part of this to reduce its density and weight. There's no need for this to be extremely sturdy or that thick. I mean, this is 1 inch and 3/8. So I'm gonna dig into this and leave 1/2 inch thickness for the face, and then 1/2 inch for this diameter here, and then the same here where the threads are located. So let's get cracking. I've got this piece turned, and of course the other side, which is like this now, makes it a lot lighter. I thought I should tell you why I'm doing this. So far, I've turned them using a 4-jaw chuck. It's really difficult getting the repeatability that I want in the lathe. So a more accurate way of doing things between centers is using something like this with a drive dog. And I don't want a drive dog that grabs the circumference of my piece. I want to be able to drill in here, put some sort of little post, and here I'm going to have an L-shape dog that's going to lean against this and make a turn. I'm going to make a slot here, and I'm going to make some tapped holes over here. So that's what I'm going to set up to do now in the mill. I'm at the mill, and just to show you a nice clearer picture here, these are my delineation, right? So that's the borders to which I go up to. So I think I'm going to be able to get about 3 holes per side for 3/8 bolt to go through. So here I'm going to use this spotting drill to just start out where I want my holes to be. And these will be the slots again to accommodate that 3/8 bolt to go through. All right, so I've got all my spot drilling done. I've got a 5/16 bit in here. That'll be for all the holes that get tapped to 3/8/16. And I've got my Z-axis stopper adjusted so that I don't go and hit the table. Now, sometimes we see people on YouTube drilling, it goes really well, and you're wondering, what kind of drill bits are they using? Well, mine are M42, so that's 8% cobalt drill bits. They're really expensive, but goodness gracious, they do such an excellent job that it's worthwhile. If you're going to do this hobby for a while, out of all the things you should spend money on, drill bits is the thing. And here they are. They're from Drill America, and they're really great quality. Come in this beautiful case. That's really handy because you can clip it somewhere. And they come in 64 increments. So just a great drill kit right here. Check them out. Before I tap these holes, because they're ready to go now, I've drilled through here with 3/8 bit, and so I'm going to mill all the way through. This is very hard material. By the way, this is 4340 and it's pre-hardened. So if you think a 4140, think harder. That's a pretty cool material, of course. Gives you great finish, and the hardness is really beyond compare. Hard to make threads though. Alright, now that took a little bit of thinking to try to come up with a design. And I've had to mess around with the threading distance and whatnot from the shoulder to the head of this bolt. And essentially what I've got here is 2 inches from here to here, giving myself 1/8 of an inch from this side and this side. So I'm going to make a, well, let me show you. So here basically I got a 2-inch long piece, flat bar, and it's going to have this groove, this slot, in order to accommodate the pin, the driving pin. And this is going to accommodate the head here. I'm going to leave the Allen key so that I can tighten that up. And so I'm going to take this part, essentially put it on here, weld it, and that'll give me all the right distances that I need. By the way, one of the considerations I gave myself here in order to build this little link that I'm telling you about is that I want to be able to grind this surface, both these surfaces later on. But in order to do that, I need to have the room for my 1/2 inch thick grinding wheel to go into it. So, next part is to mill this part. I want 1/8 of an inch to be around all of this. The slot itself for bolt or the pin that's on the cylindrical square is here. That's 1/4 of an inch. So this needs to be carved out here with a mill. So let's go to the mill. Okay, so now you see I've welded that part. It's all in now. It's nice and tight and straight. So let's see how that cylinder square fits in there. Okay. I can't see because of the camera. All right, here we go. Ta-ta-da-da! Excellent. That works out pretty good. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's going to work out just great. Really, that concludes the construction of this thing. But I actually want to see. I'm going to re-indicate my tailstock with a proper indicator. You know, it's a 1/10, 1/1000th indicator. I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to put this thing in, and we'll try it out to see if we can shave off ever so slightly and get this thing concentric and perpendicular. This is a 1/10 indicator, by the way. Okay, so it's on you know, almost like 57. And then that's intense, of course. So we'll take it to the other end very slowly. Now it's not touching the bar as we go along. With the indicating parts are only the chromed ends. Okay, let's get up there. Okay, and now we're at the other end, and yeah, we're at 56. I've taken the cylinder square out of the lathe and took it to the surface plate here. And while I was in the lathe, not only did I turn this part and bring it down, it's within less than 1/10. So the lathe dog idea was pretty successful. But it does take a fair bit of messing around, indicating the tailstock. So to check the squareness, of course, I've got things checked out here. I've got this is just a 5/10 indicator, but all the way around, I'm within 1/10. Also, one of the things that I did while I was still in the lathe, or faced this side, and then clearly the results are in. So I'm extremely happy with the results. So that concludes this video. I hope you found it informative and entertaining. All I can say is that if you haven't got one of these things yet, really, there's no downsides to making one. It's kind of a fun project. It's simple, and it works really well. Now, the best part out of all this is once you've got things indicated correctly, it's repeatable. So you can turn your piece around, you can take it out, do stuff with it, put it back in, and you're exactly where you were before. So of course, I recommend that you take a test indicator and you know, check your measurements before you take it out, and then you put it back in. And if it's not the same, then adjust it as required. But it should come back to exactly what it was. So please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. And as always, please leave me a comment. Love to hear from you. Take care. Bye-bye.